Hi, it's Greg Vincent here, and today I'm here with Ray Wood.
Hi, Greg.
Best-selling author of How to Sell Your Home for More.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you've had, how many thousands copies?
There's a couple of 100,000 sales now. Apparently you have to sell 8,000 books to be a bestseller. So I've crept over that line.
Oh, wow.
A couple of 100,000, which is good. We're now in our 12th edition. So there's a couple of 100,000 happy home sellers out there who found out how to sell a home for more.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And I suppose the number one question that I ask most people and catch up with them on the show is, what would you say is the number one mistake that home sellers make out there in the marketplace?
Poor presentation, not really looking at, I call it the hero shot. What's the number one shot, you know what I mean? The number one thing that is going to appeal to buyers. We get so much inquiry from the internet. So what's that image that's going to jump off the page, jump off the internet, off the screen? And like focusing your campaign around that, I think is pretty important. Really researching your agent. Is your agent tech savvy? How does their website look? Does it work on all applications? Does it work on different devices? Does it work on different browsers? Does it work on mobile? Because the number of people accessing real estate, through the internet mobile now is out of control and growing all the time. So there's some of the things specifically I find that people are looking for. A tech-savvy property seller is looking for a tech-savvy agent.
Yeah.
So,
And I think even a tech-savvy buyer.
Yeah.
Nowadays you're in a situation where I think there were some stats around that over in the States, the average real estate agent is like 58, but the average home buyer was 35.
That's right. Yeah.
So all of a sudden, sorry about the bit of background noise, we're packing up from your event here.
From Recharge, the boys are packing up. So
you've had 2 days of
Yes.
training real estate agents here,
Yes.
and also running through your inner circle with your best agents and your locked on program.
Yes.
So I really appreciate you taking your time out and doing this.
It's my pleasure, mate.
And it's interesting if you're trying to appeal to that segment of the marketplace, a lot of people now, you look at this whole multimedia mix in your marketing, and as you say, the photo's important. What are your thoughts around video and those sort of different platforms?
I think video can definitely play a role. I think once a buyer's, people are time poor, increasingly. 20 years ago, we were going to have so much free time because technology was going to make life easier for us. That hasn't really happened, has it? So people are time poor. The more that they can research a home, the more that they can find out about a property, the more chance I believe it is that they're going to inspect it and check it out. So property sellers, by and large, in my experience, Greg, want three things. They want a top market result. They want to sell in a reasonable amount of time. They don't want to be on the market forever. And they want a great real estate experience. So the agent that can provide that trio, that package, that trifecta, is the agent that's going to do very, very well, I think. So, and look, real estate's a great industry, isn't it? The buyer gets a home, the seller gets a price, and the agent gets a fee for service. Everybody wins.
Yeah. And it's a big thing it has a massive impact on the home seller. Basically determines where they get to live as the whole result works through. So there's a lot to it in relation to, it's not now just a case of putting up a sign and putting it in the window and just hoping. There's a lot more strategy around it nowadays too, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. But the old story is true, and this hasn't changed. You only get one crack at doing it properly, right? I think it's important to look at for a home seller. Here's one tip I'd say. Find out the average days on market in their area. What is the regular selling time? Because property's got a use by date. If you look at a property that's been on the market for a long time, people are going to say, well, the market's okay. What's wrong with it? Why hasn't that sold? It's easy to have a bidding war when you've got multiple people that are interested. That can escalate the price up. The reverse can happen when you've got something that's been sitting around, and it's like, yesterday's bread. It's going to go stale.
So your marketing is absolutely vital, as well as the strategy, and then understanding and interpreting the market as well, isn't it?
I think so. And like I said before, tech savvy sellers want a tech-savvy agent. And there's things that every seller can be doing, like I said, when they're choosing their agent, to make sure that they've got the right media mix. You know, are they using video? What are the qualities of their photos like? It's easy to check out what an agent's doing. And you want to know that the customers that they've had before have had a great real estate experience. So that would be my summary as advice to sellers, and grab a copy of my book.
Yeah. No, it's a great read. If you get a chance, grab a copy of the book, or Google Ray Wood. He's got lots of great tips that you've got online as well.
Or you can just go to hotsellertips.com.
Okay.
I've got lots of ideas there, hotsellertips.com.
All right, we'll put a link to that underneath the video.
And that's our consumer website. So I've got lots of ideas and strategies and ways that people can really, there is no recommended retail price on real estate, is there? So every seller's got the opportunity to influence their sale price with the right agent, the right information, the right approach.
That's terrific. Yeah, thanks for catching up with me.
My pleasure,
Greg.
Greg.
Appreciate your time.
Pleasure, mate. Anytime.
All right, thanks, Ray. We'll see you next time.